What's up, YouTube? Yep, probably shouldn't show that. Anyway, another video. This time, is your shower leaking? That's what I'm going to try to make a video about today. Is it dripping from the tub spout? Is it dripping from your shower head? Well, it may be something as simple as your shower cartridge. Now, let's put that back. That needs to be explained. Now, if it's coming out your tub spout and it's all the way closed, right? Now let's say it's a shower only. You only have shower head, which is obviously at the top of this. This would be what is in your wall. You took the trim off and the handle and whatnot, and you look past the wall, either tile wall, or this one came out of a one-piece fiberglass shower. This came from, but this is an older one, very, very old, but still moen. There's a moen Positemp. One of the older ones. This might use the 1225 cartridge, but I'm going to show you how to replace this. It's pretty simple. Keep in mind, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, call your local plumber. Make sure he's licensed. Make sure he's insured. That's what we're here for. Just gotta cut this off, make it a little easier for the video. So we go through, at least in the state of New Jersey, we go through 5 years of training, 4 years working with a master plumber while going to school. Then your 5th year, your quote-unquote journeymanship, right? You should still be working for that same, or maybe another plumber. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same plumber the whole time. But we have to be working the whole time we're going to school, and then the 5th year we do what's called a journeymanship, where you're a foreman, you're running jobs, whoops, and so on and so forth. This is going to make the turn. Of course, I don't have my circle cutters, so here we go. Definitely not the best intro. There we go. That's a little easier. So yeah, you find a proper plumber who's licensed and insured. He'll know what he's doing. Don't hire some handyman. You're those handymen, right? In the state of New Jersey, anybody who's worth his weight in salt should be registered. You look on the side of their truck or on the side of their advertisement. They should have a homeowner's home improvement, or I'm sorry, no, a contractor's home improvement registration number. Let me tell you one thing. That number is not a license number. All right? They pay something like $500 and they get a number. It's not a license number. They are not licensed. Other contractors may be licensed in certain things, plumbers, electricians, HVAC guys, heating, ventilating, air conditioning. But your typical Joe Schmo, the handyman, he has a number on the side of the truck. He's not licensed. It's a registration number. Anybody could get that registration number. All right? So, as far as this. You have a constant drip coming from either your tub spout, maybe your shower head, maybe you don't have a tub spout, it's a shower only, it's coming from your shower, or maybe even while you're running the shower, it's coming out from behind the handle while you're using it, right? That could be a leaky cartridge. Now, specifically, this is a Moen. This does not apply to any other manufacturer except Moen. So again, this is a little bit older, but generally it's the same layout, right? You get this brass housing. The newer ones, if you buy them from the proper place, will have what's called an integral stop. Okay, on the sides here, this is the cold inlet, the hot inlet, and there will be what's called an integral stop. It's usually quarter turn, right, and that shuts off the water to this valve. This is a very old valve. They weren't required. You can still find valves like this. If you go to Home Depot, right, Home Cheapo, and you buy a valve, it will not have integral stops. If for whatever reason you're doing some sort of bathroom remodels and you pull a permit and it does not have integral stops, you will fail inspection. Do not use valves without integral stops if you're doing inspections. So, if your valve does not have integral stops, you need to shut off the water of the entire house. You need to find your main water shut off valve, turn it off, open something out, open something up, and relieve the pressure, right? So when you pull this apart, you're not soaking yourself and the walls behind the shower. So, after you've done all that, take the handle off, take the screw out, right? These two screws here hold the trim plate on. You do that after you get the handle off. You have this exposed, right? You're staring at it like this, obviously, like this. Start with this clip on the top. Now, luckily, this one's coming right out, nice and easy. Do not lose this. If it's getting a little hard, get a little piece of something, maybe a pick screwdriver, right? Maybe this is a T10 screwdriver. It almost fits in there. Maybe a small Allen key. Stick it in there so you can then pull it out and not lose it. You lose this, you're in a lot of trouble. That 5-minute job that you're about to embark on just became a 2-hour job. So after you get this out, this is the hard part. Getting the cartridge out. Especially if it's an older home, right? You see this was all soldered all the way around. You get some apprentice, right? Foreman told him, hey, solder up the shower valves. You put the shower valves in. Apprentice won't know better unless the foreman tells him to take the cartridge out. So they heat up this side, they heat up this side, so on and so forth. And what happens is all that heat goes through this brass and gets around the cartridge and melts the thing in place. I can't tell you how many times I felt like I was going to tear the wall down trying to pull this thing out. Because some schmo soldered the valve together with the cartridge in. So again, this is I believe a 2025 cartridge. You pull it out and then you actuate, you pull it out to turn it on, then you actuate the valve to make sure hot and cold. The newer style moen PosiTemp uses a 1200 cartridge. I may be mistaken on those numbers, but anyway, those ones, they do not pull out, they just turn. Okay, so after you get all the water off and everything, you get the handle off, you got the fork out. It's the hard part. Alright, let's see if we can get this one out. Oh! That's usually how it happens. Friggin' thing just comes out real quick and you fall over in the shower pan, or one of either it doesn't come out, right? And then you're stuck sitting there grunting and groaning at the shower valve. You get the occasional homeowner who's sitting there staring at you like, does this guy know what he's doing? Very simple. But another way you can do it, right? You get that pulled out, and see if I can use maybe this, right? So if it's really in there, really, I've literally had to drill these out before. Not recommended, by the way. There are cartridge pullers, right? There's a little tool where it screws into here and it pushes against the housing, and you turn the screw and it yanks this thing out. Of course, I never have it when I need it. Yeah, it's the old saying at the job, is have it, don't need it. Don't need it. Oh, there it is. So anyway, you can take a pair of channel locks or vice grips, right? Stick it on the handle, and then take your screwdriver, wedge it in between there, and you push, right? Of course, you know, shower valve not mounted in the wall, so doing it like this is not easy, but you understand, right? Channel locks on there, and you just wedge it out, right, against the housing. So, go down to your local plumbing supply store, or Home Depot, whichever one's closer, I guess. Right, you pick up new cartridge. This is the cartridge. These gaskets here, right? Wait, let me get I have a pick somewhere. Hold on. Oh no, where'd they go? Come on. Really? See? What did I just say? Need it? Can't find it. Oh, here we go. I'm an idiot. Need it, can't find it. Don't need it. Oh, there it is. Well, at least it's my garage, so yeah, this one though. Right there in front of me. I forgot I did that. And we'll put these over here. So these gaskets over time get worn out, right? So with these ones here, there's two. There's this one here, right? And the one up front. This one's closer to the handle. If these get worn out, see, they get all compressed, and then they allow the water to get past them. So if it's, you know, this is your shower valve and you pull the handle out and the water's coming out behind the handle, one of these might be the culprit there. But anyway, inside the cartridge, okay, these are designed, you see, like that, right? You can turn this all day long, and if that spot there, right, doesn't line up, you get no water at all. But when you pull it out, right, you pull the handle out, see that gap there? That's letting, in this orientation, to be the hot water, right? This is letting hot water in, and depending on, see these little indicators here, tell me which side's open, which side's closed. Right, so that would be right in the middle. A little bit of hot over here, a little bit of cold. So this is what allows the hot water to come in and mix. Right, you see that? That's full hot, no hot. We got all cold, no cold. Right, so this is what mixes the hot and cold water in your shower. So you yank this thing out, right? Go down to your supply store and buy a new cartridge. You go back home, you pull it all apart. So you pulled the older one out. Now it's time to put the new one in. Okay, take it out of the out of the handle, right? Out of the words. Take it out of the box. You stick it in. Okay. Now you need to make sure you stick it in the same orientation that you pulled it out. So with this specific one, right, this is the 1225, right, moen 12801, that can't be right. I believe it's the 1225. Find my truck here, I can actually go find a replacement. That's what I probably should have done. Anyway, so you pull that out, you bought the new one. It's identical to the one you pulled out. That goes in. It's got to have the same orientation, right? You see these plastic pieces here? They have to be lined up as such. So when you go to put this fork back in, it goes all the way down. And a lot of times you put it in and you can't get it all the way down, right? It's not lined up perfect. So you need to pull it out and put it back in. So that way this right here, see, even right now. Come on, come on. Can I go all the way down? There we go. Sometimes it needs a little bit of motivation. Yep, see, there we go. As a wise man once said, tappy tap tap. So, that's it. You got to make sure you get this fork in. If you don't put that fork in, you forget that, and you turn the water back on. That water pressure will shoot this valve right out and make a complete mess. So, I'm going to try and get a couple of the shower valves. I mean, I only come across these every once in a while when I'm doing, you know, some service or, you know, bathroom remodel. I'm going to try and make a couple of videos where I'm showing how to replace these. Kohler is very difficult. Kohler is very difficult. I will make a video about that. Yo!
I saw you, you did just what I used to do. Walk off the road where your kids